fail. A helper he amid the flood of mortals prevail. For still our ancient foe,
that's Rome,
seek to work us woe. His craft and
indeed,
power are great, and armed with cruel hate. On earth is not his equal. Did we in our own strength confide, our striving would be losing. Were not the
indeed,
right man on our side,
Luther,
the man of God's
Calvin,
own choosing.
Zwingli.
Best task good that may be, Christ Jesus, it is He, Lord, Son of His name.
Well, welcome, my friends, back to another edition of the Calvinist Corner, where we know all things, but we're not omniscient. My name is Professor Peter McWilson. I run a small seminary out of my basement. Well, actually, out of my mother's basement. But you'll forgive me. We live in times of mass apostasy, and mass apostasy requires drastic measures. And so here we are with another edition of the Calvinist Corner. As I said, I'm your host, Peter McWilson. And we've got a lot on the table for you today. We're going to talk about a lot of heresy. We're going to be inspecting a lot of heresy. We're going to be rebuking a lot of heresy. We're going to be setting things straight. You may know me from, I run several blogs. I run about 75 blogs. Some of the more famous of which may be Reforming and Romanizing the Federal Vision. That's one of my blogs, .org. I also run westmonster.blogspot.lutheranis/pedopostmill/typepad.com. You can find me there as well. And as always, at the Calvinist Corner, we like to discuss culture. And I happened upon a very well-made cigar here. This is apparently goes by the name of Swisher Sweet. It is very rare. I had to, in fact, drive all the way across town to the gas station that was over by the Quickie Mart. And that gas station actually carries the Swisher Sweets in the smaller size, which I prefer. Now they're not Cuban. I'm told that the Cuban cigars are the most prestigious, but I have it from reliable sources that the Swisher Sweets are in fact rolled by a Cuban man. So that's actually the next best thing. You can't, beggars can't be choosers in this country. So let's, that's got a strong kick on it, like a rifle, let me tell you. Well, as I said, we are cultured here, so we don't just talk about theology, we talk about culture. We are Calvinists in the 21st century, we're postmillennial, and we know that there's going to be a postmillennial victory. And so, one of the things that I have lately perused is beer. I've become quite the aficionado of beer. I have 3 articles this past year in Credenda Agenda. You'll find them there under the Drunkard's Tavern section. Here I've come across very rare beer as well. I'd had to purchase it at the same place that I found my Swisher Sweets. It runs by the name of I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Michelob. Michelob all malt ale, apparently. All malt. It is Irish. Although it comes from St. Louis, Missouri, it is an authentic Irish beer, somehow. But, oh, good. Ow. Gosh. Oh. Well, we'll set that aside, and I'll just rely on my chai. My chai tea. Oh, I love my chai. I've got to have it every day. Oh, let's get a kick to it, too. Well, let's talk about theology. This week in theology, we've had a lot of interesting developments, but there's a certain individual I would like to expose. And we Calvinists, of course, are the only ones involved in exposing anyone. But that's our duty. I would like to, first of all, cite a couple of my favorite Reformed theologians. The first of whom is Dyer Refuted, who was known to say that the Reformed faith is the only faith. Reminds me of the famous Dutch Reformed theologian, Dyer Refuted, who was also known to say that the Reformed faith is the only true faith. Which also reminds me of the famous quote by the renowned Reformed thinker Cornelius Van Helsing, who was known for killing the Romanist vampires in the 14th century. You'll understand what I mean when you understand the Roman teaching of eating and drinking body and blood. Something preposterous. Now, I want to talk about this individual who goes by the name of J. Dyer. He runs a preposterous website, Romanist Apostate Antichrist website, dedicated to all sorts of preposterous ideas. We read at his blog that he apparently thinks that the Reformed faith is incorrect. He left this Reformed faith, I kid you not, for Rome, and now has the gumption to attack it. Well, my friends. The first thing I would like to do is expose this individual with a thorough critique of his theology. And what I'm going to do in order to make that manifest to my my subscribers is quote the renowned historian of the church, Jack Chick. And I found this at his website. He has an extensive expose where he says, quote, from the 14th century, Pope Poseidon II, okay, Pope Poseidon II, named after a pagan deity, said, quote, I am God. There you go. Dyer Refuted. This individual is, of course, not trained in logic. I am. I run the Reformed Seminary out of my mom's basement, as I've mentioned before. This individual is not trained in logic, and we can see this very clearly as he tries to argue for all sorts of ridiculous things. Allow me to illustrate a common fallacy at Mr. Dyer's website. This relies on the simple principle of if S, then H, therefore I, if I, then T. If S, then H, H, therefore I, therefore T. And if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, you'll know how that very easily refutes Mr. Dyer. I tell you, these Swisher Sweets are just off the charts. Well, what else have we got here?
I like this. Pay Piggy. Ooh, Pay Piggy. Just give me one more super chat.